Hi Scorpio, welcome to the channel. So I am going to do a spread for you that I haven't done in a really long time. This is the past, the present, and the future. So I pull the cards on these first just because it takes a lot of time to clarify everything since it's going over a period of time. So we're going to go over all the cards that came out and their meanings and kind of my interpretation of what's going on. So this won't resonate with every Scorpio. This one feels kind of specific, but feel free to watch and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So let's get started. I'm going to go past to present. So in the past, there looks to me to be the possibility you were dealing with the King of Pentacles, who you either suspected had a Queen of Pentacles or really did have a Queen of Pentacles, because we have the Two of Pentacles clarified by Judgment, which is sort of becoming awake to something. It feels like maybe this King of Pentacles in the past possibly juggled you with someone that they were in a serious commitment with, perhaps even married to. So it seems like this came to light with that Judgment card, that awakening card there. So in your present energy, we do have two cards of being very guarded and very holding back and staying in your power. So maybe that you kind of, after having this experience, you're either holding back from that person or holding back from, I thought, relationships in general, until I pulled your main emotion for the current energy is lustful. We have the Magician and the Nine of Cups here too in your present energy. So it feels like maybe you manifested something in your present that feels, by holding back from this past person, manifested something in your present that feels very much like it's wish fulfillment. However, when I clarified that Nine of Cups, the star came out in reverse. And that could mean one of two things. It could mean that this is actually going to not turn out to be wish fulfillment, unfortunately. It is followed by the Two of Swords and the Hangman, which almost has an air of, I thought it was wish fulfillment, but I'm figuring out it's not. So I'm going to hold back from it. And with that reversed star as well, could also be an energy of being a little bit indulgent because you're not fully healed yet. And you may realize that you need to hold back because you're not fully healed. And that happens sometimes. So it might be just kind of, being a little bit indulgent because of this past situation. That hurt is still there a little bit. You did get two cards out on wish fulfillment, and it was the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. So it feels like you may have a destined marriage coming in the future. That's something's happening in the present. There's going to be a major turning point. So what was interesting is after this, kind of present energy, as I went through it, and it's saying, oh, there's a future marriage, destined marriage. The first card out on your future spread was the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate. It's definitely a very equal love, kind of a little bit of a destined feel to it. And then I got the Nine of Swords as the first clarifier, which means in the future, when this Two of Cups comes in, you're going to be overthinking it, potentially stressed out by it. And I was like, that's odd. So I clarified some more. And out came the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Six of Cups, because I had asked, I was wondering if this King of Pentacles came back in the future or comes back in the future. The Six of Cups can be a card of somebody returning. These two right here, the Lovers and the Six of Cups, is a soulmate card, which would make sense with that destined relationship. Ten of Pentacles, long-term investment, that type of thing. I don't think it's the King of Pentacles coming back. However, the fact that the Nine of Swords is here makes me a little suspicious that it might be. This could potentially be somebody that maybe you met while they were married and there was a strong connection and now they're coming back. You can see the strength of this connection here. They may be making you an offer because there's an Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. However, I was a little worried there's a King of Wands on the bottom of the other deck. And that could definitely be somebody very much in their ego, could be somebody who's more concerned about getting their own needs satisfied. The next two cards after the Two of Cups and all that great energy was Page of Rods and Ace of Cups. So I don't know if you so overthink this that you don't actually accept this offer and you go back to more of a dating and having fun energy with other people. This seems to come to an end. whichever direction you choose, there's a Ten of Swords and a Five of Cups. This is an ending. This is grief. This is something not working out. And I was a little perplexed by this, so I clarified, and I got the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Temperance. So it's almost like the act of choosing to be alone or to go within ends up resulting in a commitment that is actually very harmonious. So this may be this destined relationship that comes out in your current spread when you're not kind of getting what you want out of your what's going on currently, and you start holding back from it. Overthinking definitely plays a part in the future. You may overthink a really beautiful connection, try to move on to something else, and that comes to an end. It almost feels like maybe after you have go into some deep thought there with the Hermit, you realize that relationship actually is what you want, and you might get some harmony out of that, and realize, this Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, lovers person is my person. Could also be with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck that it's going to come down to two different situations, right? Somebody who's going to offer you something solid that's real, or somebody who might be a little bit more charismatic who offers you something, and kind of trying to choose between those two things means you've got to end one of them, and it might be tough to decide, and it might be a painful ending. It does feel like, though, somewhere along the lines, it does end up with a beneficial situation that is going to be very serious, very long term, probably marriage, very harmonious. It just gets a little rocky to get there. Now, this past energy, this King of Pentacles, I do have the sneaking suspicion he may try to come back. He may be one of these players in the future. So the fact that he juggled you in the past, and that was sort of a secretive thing that he did, does not give me high hopes that he's the person that you're going to end up with. But I mean, that does happen. Sometimes people are in marriages they aren't happy in, and they do have to end those marriages because they've met someone that they feel they should be with. That is not, totally uncommon. So that is what I have for you. I hope that helps. It's not a super positive reading, but also not a super negative reading. I think there's some really great potential. I think it's just going to be pretty rocky. So like I said, currently just think there may be something a little indulgent might be going on that you end up wanting to hold back from, that turns out to not be wish fulfillment. And then you have some decisions to make in the future, which can be both positive and negative, but may lead to a very positive long-term relationship. Hopefully that helps, and I will talk to you next time.